By this point I've played the game for well over 500 hours. I've done speedruns, I've played it casually, and I've also played it for fun, just to find new and interesting stuff about this game. This video will attempt to cover these things in this 35-minute video. I want to shout out Taeruhs, a fellow speedrunner and TR enjoyer, who has also covered some of the interesting stuff that I'm about to cover today. But of course it includes interesting things discovered by others as well. I hope you enjoy, and consider leaving a like and subscribing. Maybe I'll do one for Legend as well. Hope you enjoy. If you ever get grabbed by an enemy, then instead of mashing left and right, you can just press backwards to let go of the enemy immediately. Like this. Airwalking is one of the more interesting and also useful glitches in this game. So if you can get Lara into a stumble animation like this, then just pull out your weapons at the same time the stumble animation happens. So like this. Oh, let me try it again. And if you keep moving, then you will initiate an airwalk. Now you can side roll, you can backwards handspring, you can also forward roll. But keep in mind that if you let go of your guns, jump or stop moving, then the airwalk will cancel. Now we can use the level geometry to gain height and lose height. So if I activate an airwalk, I can just use this boulder to gain height and also this slope over here, as you can see. Yeah, this will allow us to, get to places we normally wouldn't, and it will also allow us to do pretty big skips. This game has a glitch which we speedrunners call bug jumping. Essentially it allows Lara to chain jumps to gain height infinitely if you want. So this is a single bug jump, and these are what we call infinite bug jumps. In this game, and also Tomb Raider Legend as well, there's a way to cancel all fall damage. So if you have two weapons, then you just draw your weapons and jump off and press switch weapon grapple before landing, and it will negate all fall damage. Now if you only have one weapon, I currently have two, but I will show you how to do it with one weapon. You just tap draw weapons, move forward and jump, and this is what it will look like. If Lara's hands are in the air, you just press grapple before she lands, and yeah, it will work. The fastest way of movement in this game is back handspringing. If you step on this pressure plate, then it will activate some darts in mountain caves, but did you know you can actually stop them? So if you go left here, climb up, and then pull both these levers, then it will actually stop all of the darts. If you're ever in the load game or save game menu and use the slider, then if you right click at the same time, the game will crash. Midas Palace is the only level in the game that has two relics, one in the spike room and the other here in the fire room. The way artifacts and relics work in this game is that they actually save automatically as soon as you press E to interact with them. So as you can see, I have 1 out of 6 artifacts, but as soon as I press E and go back, it will show 2. Now even if I quit out and show you the artifact count, it is 2. So you can't get rid of it since it is bound to your profile. Make the grapple really short if you want. So just activate the grapple, climb as high as you can, and then jump at this point, and then grapple again. Now, not any use for this, but just an interesting fact. If you go and pull down one of the levers in Qualopec, then it might seem as the camera pans to the main room. But as you can see, this is not the case. If we go out of bounds, you can see that there is actually a mock-up of the main room here. And the reason why this exists is because the main room is actually not loaded when Lara is here. So to have the camera pan to opening one of the gates, this needs to be done. Another mock-up exists on the other side of Kolopek as well. In the game you pick up two Scions, Scion of Kolopek and Scion of Tihokan. Now at the end of Egypt you also get the Scion of Natla, so to say, but we can't actually use it or own it. Well, actually you can. If you just use the fly hack to get out of bounds here, there's a platform. And on the platform there's three Scions. The one on the right is actually the Scion of Natla. In mountain caves there's actually a weird pole out of bounds that Devis forgot to take out. It's not very long, and you can't really do anything with it other than just some gymnastics, I guess. There is a glitch in this game which we call left roll glitches. The way they work is that they're usually at very specific spots, but if you left roll into them, then it will zip you up. Like here. Now these only work with left rolling, and they do not work with right rolling. Another example would be right here. And even here in Commune. As you can see, if I try the right roll, then nothing will happen. As soon as I switch to left roll, I will zip up. In Sanctuary of the Scion, if you jump on the Sphinx, then you can actually do a very big skip. So you come over here, you aim at approximately this corner over here, jump to it, and as you can see, Lara will actually mount up. Now after this, you just generally aim in the middle of the door, and now after this, you just generally aim to the middle of the door, and this will happen. Yep, as you can see, don't need the two keys, and we can just keep moving forward. In the Lost Valley, after arriving at the dino part, you can just go and walk around this trigger, which would normally start the Velociraptor fight. Here you can just go and collect some stuff that's here. There's a large medpack over there, some ammo over there, and also over in this waterfall. Or I'm sorry, it's a small medpack actually. Now before I showed you the left roll trick, you can actually use it here as well. If you come over here, I'm gonna demonstrate again. This does not work with right rolls, just doesn't for some reason. Don't know why, but you can actually left roll on top here and cross this barrier that you normally wouldn't be able to cross. If I move forward, it will actually spawn the T-Rex, and it will also despawn these rocks. And as you can see, there's the dinosaur. You can skip the fight and also skip doing the QTE. So if you start up Lost Valley, there's actually a really quick way to finish the level. So this is where you spawn. If you just head back just a bit and then move forward again, then it will hit the level end trigger for the level. And if you're really quick, you can do it in 0 seconds. Now I want to explain a bit on how level design works. Why is that sort of thing possible? So if I start City of Vilcabamba here, if I go out of bounds, you can see that, you know, if I try to go back, the area sort of like disappears. Now it has collision, as you can see, but I need to like load this area to load the rest of the areas that are in mountain caves. Now if I try to go back, it will give me this prompt to exit level, yes or no. Now usually what can happen is that I can load the area while being out of bounds, but in most of the levels this doesn't work, as the level end screen and the area that you can still use to load this area that's in front of me are kind of like overlapping, so I can't like I just can't load it. It's not possible. It will just give me the exit level prompt. But some levels, like the Lost Valley, actually don't have the area loading part where the exit level screen would be. So if I fly out of bounds here, you can see that I can, without any problem, just move back into this area. And since they never like removed the level end triggers, then I can just do this. Now the Lost Valley is an exception, as this is just a misplaced exit level screen and level end trigger by the devs. But the Lost Valley is not actually the only place this can happen. This can also happen in Midas. As you can see, if I fly out of bounds, I can without any problem just move into this area and behind the level end trigger. So if I come over here and move forward, I will complete Midas Palace. And this is also possible in the final conflict. As you can see, I can just go here, and since the game doesn't really expect you to, you know, go back here, it has no exit level prompt. So I can just go over here, cross the normal exit level boundary, and then just return, and it will finish the level. Now every other level in this game cannot be finished the way that I just showed you, because it's blocked by the problem that I explained at the start. If we bypass the trigger for the cutscene here and then go through this door, then you can actually end up where the end cutscene takes place. As you can see, this has collision. You can even walk on thin air. I've enabled collision for this one. As you can see, it's a pretty big area. This side obviously doesn't have collision, but if we go below here, then you can see that there's another big platform that we can walk on. In City of Vilcabamba, there's actually a way to spawn an enemy that you would usually never encounter. So if you come over here and then do this jump, it will spawn a bit, and this would never usually happen since you take a different path. Now the most interesting part about this is not the bat itself, but actually the music that plays. So the music you're about to hear isn't actually played anywhere else. Now the reason this bat spawns is probably because this part of the level used to be a bit different, and the developers just forgot to remove the bat and remove the music and also the trigger for the bat. Now if you go into the music section, you can see that there is a bat theme here, but the one we just heard is actually not available here, and I'll prove it to you. I'll play the bat theme. As you heard, the one that we heard in the level is really different. I get a profile that has cheats unlocked and activate them, let's say silver mini SMGs and the golden shotgun, and let's say I start a new profile, then these cheats will actually carry over into the new profile. If I go into options and cheats, you can see that I have no cheats unlocked, but I am obviously using the golden shotgun. This also works for existing profiles as well. You can actually use the doppelganger to your advantage. So if you come over here and then move forward just a tiny bit and then shoot like 5 or 6 times and jump before the fireballs land on you, then you're up here. and you can just continue on without any problems. Difficulty in this game affects only very certain aspects of this game. What it does not affect, for example, is fall damage. Lara will not take more or less fall damage depending on what difficulty you have. The only thing that changes is basically damage from the environment, like darts or animals. If you're here in mountain caves and again have multiple weapons, if you draw your weapons, jump, switch weapon and grapple, Lara will have an aneurysm. In this game you can switch between 3 different difficulties, easy, medium and hard. If you play on time trial, you will be playing on medium difficulty. To be honest, I really don't know what this is. As you can see, he's going pretty strong. In the Great Pyramid, if you arrive at the top here, you can actually see a platform. So if we take a closer look, then you can see that this platform sadly is not solid. But if you go over here, then you can see there is like a mock-up of the Natla confrontation area. These holes are actual holes, so don't fall through them. But if we go out of bounds here, you can see something more interesting. So this is the Natla banishment cutscene area. And if we go over here, you can see that this place actually has collision. Now, the only places that have collision here are basically the rock formations. If I try to go and scale the pyramid, I will not be able to. It is sadly not solid anywhere. But yeah, it's interesting that the devs put this here. In Natla's mines, if we bypass the QD trigger, we can actually see what Kid and Cold are doing. So Cold is, I guess, stroking his knife or something. And then there's Kid, who is just T-posing. Now, if we go under the map, then we will find a platform where we can actually stand on. And here we can collect some Uzis. And there's also models of Lara's pistols, as well as Cold's knife. If you start up Obelisk of Kamoon, there's actually a really weird bug happens when we accidentally fall off here. Instead of putting us back into, well, Obelisk of Kamoon, it puts us into Croft Manor. Now, not all is lost. If we just go and find the music room, then we can do some gymnastics to finish the level. Now, the same thing can actually happen in the Lost Valley. If you manage to die before spawning the wolves, which spawns a checkpoint, then you can also end up at the same place. Now, Croft Manor is not the only place where you can backhand spring to end a level. This also works in Temple of Kamoon. It's really easy, just backhand spring against the door. Now, obviously this is best done in replay level mode, as if you do it in your playthrough, then the doors will still be closed because the checkpoint will put you in the middle of that room. In Croft Manor, after you get past the first gate, the sundial puzzle, then if you head left over here, you can actually scale the hedge. Come over here, just jump here, and as you can see, you're on top of the hedge. You can pretty much move anywhere from here. You can get the secrets if you want, and you can just jump into the middle as well. If you're playing with the VSync on and very low FPS, right now I'm playing at 20, you can actually jump through some of the gaps in the doors. This is also possible in City of Vilcabamba. You can also use enemies to your advantage. So here I am again on 20 FPS. If I go stand in front of this door and let the enemy grab me, and then just wait, I'm not gonna mash anything, it will just throw me through the door. This also works in Egypt, for example, on this door, but this one is a tad bit more difficult as the door is much thicker, so Lara needs to be at a good angle. Now, high FPS breaks the game in other ways. Right now I have about 1000 FPS, and if you look at my hair, well, then you can see it kind of stretches a lot. Another interesting effect happens on slopes. So if I just swan dive down the slope, as you can see, I get a really big boost. If I try to swan dive up, then I will be just going nowhere. It can also break some levers. Now this can also prevent you from actually going forward in the game, so if I try to do this jump at a really high FPS, then she will just not even grab on. If you have more than 100 FPS, if you jump into water from really high, Lara will actually stay on top of the water instead of sinking to the bottom. As I showed previously, then animations kind of mess up at high FPS, and so do swimming related animations. So if I go into this corner and try to, make Lara pull herself up, then she will just fall through. And if I just keep moving this way, I can swim up and then pop up. This also works in other places, like here, for example. This can also mess up some doors. If you have manual grab enabled, you can actually do a super fast swing on the poles. So if you have manual grab enabled, if you press W and then pretty much immediately let go of manual grab, Lara will swing immediately, like this. In Natla's mines, it's possible to get the pistols through the wall. So if you come over here, angle yourself at a specific angle. I will leave the tutorial in the description, but angle yourself correctly, run against the wall, press Q or grapple at the right time, and then spam interact. Lara will get her pistols. In the rewards page, you can view cutscenes you have already seen in the game. So let's say I choose Tomb of Kolapek. Now after choosing it, if I quit and then go to play game and resume game, the game will actually take me to this cutscene area, which actually is normally not playable. As you can see, there's the Skion and also Kolapek with mummy guards. Now if we go very close to the mummies, then you can see that well, they start to follow Lara and her movements. I'll go a bit further. They really like to follow her with movements. Now playing the game this way obviously breaks it. As you can see, I went to one of the rooms that you use to pull the lever. It's not pulled. And yeah, this is not the only weird thing about this. Now you might think that we can't finish the level, it's kind of over maybe, but you can actually go back into Lost Valley, and if we kind of go past the level end trigger that you saw me demonstrate before, then we can go into it and complete Tomb of Kolapek. This in turn breaks the timing on the replay level screen. So if I go into Tomb of Kolapek, you can see that it's obviously displaying a time that it is not supposed to be displaying. If we instead choose the wolf attack cutscene, and then quit out, and do the same thing, play game and resume game. Then, as you can see, it just breaks the mountain cave's door. Skipping the cutscene and going further to investigate, you can see that, well, the door, yeah, it does not exist. It's a one-way door actually, so you can go in, but you can't come out. Keep an eye on Lara's sunglasses as well, as they will disappear as soon as I enter. And like I said, you cannot go back out. By choosing a tough choice cutscene, and then again quitting out, play game and resume game, then something interesting will happen. As you can see, the lava level is really high for some reason. Now it does lower eventually. As you can see, if you look at the symbols there, you can see that it is lowering, and it is actually real lava. Another interesting thing about these cutscene plays is that sometimes it like takes all your weapons and gear, so I have no pistols, no anything, and some really good remarks that Lara has.
There may be a way to get the creature to fall off the platform.
Yeah, I don't honestly know how I am going to do that, but sure. If we choose the arrival at Kamun cutscene, and then quit out, resume game, then it will put us at the beginning of Natla's mines. Sometimes a bug happens where instead of going into St. Francis Folly, you actually end up here on top of Natla Technologies building. Here you can see a hole which you actually can't get out of since Lara doesn't jump that high. But yeah, here is the Natla Technologies roof and also her office. Now before moving into the office, I want to show you, as you can see, the high FPS affecting the hair. These buildings that you can see actually have collision. So every building that isn't the texture, you can see that building over there, this one, this one, this one, they actually have collision on top of them. If you're here on top of the Natla Technologies building, you can make a pretty easy jump to get into Natla's office. You can jump into it, but you cannot jump out. So yeah, nothing much to really see here. There's some pictures on the wall, and yeah, a laptop, some text that we can't really make out since it's very low quality. You can also use these buildings to, I don't know, hop on, hop off, whatever. Now, as you can see, this building is really tall. We can use our no fall damage trick to actually go down. And there's another platform down below. Now this is a bit tricky to do since Lara is falling so fast. It's really hard to hit grapple at the correct time. But yeah, this is basically the bottom of the building. As you can see, you can't really even see any of the other stuff that's up there. Another hole here. Yeah, can't really jump out unless you have cheats. And if you go down to the bottom over here, you can see models of Larson and Pierre, and some of the stuff that Lara uses to actually get to the top. Now, the most interesting part, I think, about this area is not even what's over here, but what's actually up there. So, if we use our fly hack, we can see that there's an area here. This is the cutscene area that shows Natla and Larson spying on Lara. This has collision. You can actually even run up here, and as you can see, this is just a bad picture of the Polopek ski on area. Now, this is not all. If we use the fly cheat, we can actually also find St. Francis Folly here. If I move a bit closer, you can see that Lara is pretty huge compared to the building that we see in the cutscene. And sadly, none of this actually has any collision, so you can't stand here. In many levels, if you go out of bounds, you can find certain items, such as these 3 cogs in the Lost Valley. Here in St. Francis Folly, some models of guns and also Pierre. Here in caves, you can see the ladder and also the door. In Final Conflict, we can see some enemies that like drop down when you try to get closer to them. As you can see, they just keep moving down and down, and I can actually never reach them. And if we go up, there is a model of Natla and also the skins. If you have manual grab enabled, you can actually just run down some certain ladders, like this one for example. So I'm not holding anything except W to move forward, and yeah, she will just run down, taking no damage. And this also works here in the Great Pyramid, here in the Colosseum. I think the best way to differentiate if it works or if it doesn't work is that if Lara gets this animation, like she's about to fall off, then she can run down the ladder without any problem. Like if I come over here, then as you can see, this doesn't happen, she just falls off. In some swimming sections, there's a fish that will guide you. So if I jump into the water here and keep swimming, you can see a fish will spawn. And it will swim towards where Lara needs to go, and at the end it will just disappear. Similar thing will happen in Temple of Kmun. Tapping the grapple button twice really quickly will make the grapple disappear. But if you press grapple again, then it will return. Previously I showed you a way to get the pistols through the wall in Natla's mines. You can actually do a similar thing here in St. Francis Folly with the secret. So in Fire Room, if you kind of line yourself up like this, and then tap the draw weapon button and jump forward like this, then it's actually possible to jump over the pressure plate, so you won't activate it. In Natla's mines, if you jump all the way left on this pole and then try to swing, Lara will actually swing back onto the pole. Here in Temple of Kmun, if you attach yourself to the grapple, pull yourself as high as you can, and then jump at the height of the swing, and then this will happen. She will grab onto the pole. Now you can swing out of it. It's more difficult if you don't have manual grab enabled. It's a pretty tight timing if you don't use manual grab. But if you do use manual grab, you can just let go when Lara is not visible on the screen. If you get Lara on top of the Sphinx, then roughly stand where the menus are and then aim at this middle pillar, and then go ahead and jump. Well, you'll find a platform. If you have some relics in your relic room, then you can actually pick them up. But please keep in mind that they will disappear permanently from this room. You can use left rolls, right rolls, or backwards handsprings to get up slopes easily. And that was it. I wanna thank everyone for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing, and yeah, I will see you next time. Bye bye.